The following podcast may contain adult language and an abundance of melodies, so get ready, nerds, because we're talking Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 6, Episode 7, once more with feeling. Welcome, everybody, and thank you guys so much for joining us on this special episode of the Salty Nerd Podcast, where we talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I am joined, as always, by my fantastic panel of nerds. Matt Vader's here. I almost sung that. Matt Vader's here. Welcome, sir.
Matt Vader is here.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic.
That's great. Jude is here.
Hello.
The Slayer herself. Welcome. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very excited to talk to you about this episode.
I'm very excited that you're very excited.
And the producer of the show, Matthew Kadish. Welcome, sir.
I hate musicals. I mean, this is definitely better than the previous episode we watched. But, oh man, all the singing.
Well, yeah, nobody cried at the end of this episode, so I think we're doing a little bit better.
Yeah, the watch party was a lot more upbeat as well.
Yes, yeah, we did. We had a great watch party last night. We had like 7 people, I think, or it's more every week, so it's awesome.
Well, none of our patrons wanted to kill themselves after watching this episode, so that's
that
always
you
good.
know of.
What did Danny? Danny was like, I can't do this, and he left.
He said he left, and then later on he's in the comments, and I was like, Danny, I thought you left.
There was more than one person in our comments that were saying stuff like, don't ever tell anybody, but I kind of sort of enjoyed this episode. I'm embarrassed to say.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed to say the show was really good.
It's great. If you guys want to join us for our watch parties, go to saltynerddiscord.com. Jump into the Discord app on Monday nights around 10 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. We do watch parties of the sci-fi shows of the month. This is the last episode for Buffy.
Yeah.
Next month is my month. We're doing Eureka. So if you loved Eureka, jump on in. We'll be watching that on Monday nights.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I've had a different Buffy the Vampire Slayer shirt on every episode that we've talked about Buffy.
Perfect.
And today I'm wearing my Anya shirt.
What does it say?
There's nothing we can't do, or there's nothing we can't do if we're together except for bunnies.
Bunnies. Right on. All right, guys, before we get into it, as usual, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, and then we're going to talk about our reaction to this sing-along episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, if you are looking for a brand new mobile game to jump into and start collecting things like a crazy OCD person, go to saltynerd.com/DC and download Dragon Champions. It's a fantastic mobile app that has joined with us in collaboration with the podcast to support us, and we want to return the favor. So if you download Dragon Champions and type in Salty in the promo code, you can get some extra stuff to help you along the way, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to get to Kadish's level of 84. Kadish, why don't you tell people about this super amazing game?
The whole OCD thing. I mean, it's absolutely true, but still. Dragon Champions, I've been playing it since launch. It's a hero collector game, kind of in the vein of World of Warcraft, in the sense that it's a fantasy realm, and they got all these different races, like pandas and demons and like all this stuff. And basically you go through and you collect heroes within these different races, and you gear them up and upgrade them so that you can fight against other players and other challenges within the game.
Who doesn't want to see a panda fight a demon?
Exactly.
Right?
It's awesome.
Vader's playing it right now.
Yeah, Vader and I have been playing it for a while now, and I love it. It's a very casual game. It's easy to pick up and put down. It's free. You don't have to spend any money unless you want to. There are microtransactions in it, but overall, it's just one of those games where, like, the more you play it, the deeper you get into it, and the more fun it becomes. And using our promo code, it gets you started off with like a bunch of like gold and equipment and new characters and stuff like that. So it's fun, and you got to make sure you use the promo code though. Otherwise, you get nothing. We don't get any credit for it.
Go to in the general settings, you can head over to the promo code area and type in Salty. That's saltynerd.com/DC. All right. So, Jude.
Yes.
Why this episode? This was bonkers. I was watching it. Well, you came over at my house when we watched it together. And immediately you were like, I'm so excited for you to freaking hear this episode.
Yeah.
And then they started singing.
Yeah. Listen, I prepped you.
Okay, yeah, you did. You gave me fair warning like a month ago. So why did you pick this episode?
Well, before I answer that, do you want to taste your beverage that I made?
Oh, yeah. You made a special drink.
Yeah, this I created. It's called One in Every Gin-eration.
That's incredibly refreshing.
It's refreshing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Feels like I'm on
a cruise ship.
Spring summer day in Sunnydale. Yes.
All right. In Sunnydale, yeah. So I knew that you had never watched Buffy before.
Right.
And I wanted to pick 4 episodes that weren't just like Monster of the Week and weren't too heavy on storyline that you wouldn't be able to follow. And I thought the 4 episodes that stand out that kind of show you that this isn't your average like teen slayer like movie or show. So I wanted to pick things that would take you outside of your comfort zone. I picked them specifically for you.
Oh.
And I just wanted to give you just a different perspective on what this show really is. Because I knew what you thought it was, and I wanted to prove to you that it's not what you think.
You've definitely done that. This past month of watching Buffy, like, my expectations were real low. Like, CW, cringy, soap opera, teenage stuff. And over the course of the 4 episodes that we've watched, it is not at all what this is. It's way funnier than I expected it to be, in like a really good, humorous type of way. It's not like that cringy humor like some people think it might be. And the production value is surprisingly good too. Like, there's some goofy like Buffy style fighting where they do the flips and stuff like that, but overall it's just a lot of fun.
It's really fun. And can you understand now why this is like my favorite series of all time?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Well, interestingly enough, the 4 episodes that Jude chose for this month were all written and directed by Joss Whedon.
Is the entire show not directed and written by Joss Whedon?
No, he has other writers on. In fact, one of the singers, the one that was singing about the parking ticket, that's one of the writers on the show. That was Marty Noxon.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that he like delegated it to other people.
Yeah, there's like a team of other writers that take on different episodes.
That was funny. I don't think that fire hydrant was there.
And especially at this point, there's I think he is doing Firefly at this point.
Okay.
And also Angel. So he's spread a little thin. He's got his other team of...
Well, one of the interesting things about this era was that Joss Whedon was basically obsessed with musicals, and he did this kind of web series called Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along Blog with Neil Patrick Harris and the guy from Firefly, Nathan Fillion.
Felicia Day was in it.
Yeah, Felicia Day was in it. And so like he was doing like musicals like left and right, and everyone was like, Joss, tone it down on the music.
Felicia Day is in the last season of Buffy too.
Okay, right on.
I used to like her.
V, what did you think about this episode?
I thought it was brilliant.
Really?
I did.
Brilliant.
I loved it.
Okay.
Yeah. I saw it once before, like I said, 25 years ago or whatever now. I don't remember any of it, especially the later season stuff. And it was really good. I went into it going, okay, this will just be another silly Buffy episode. But man, by the time it was over, my inner choir glee nerd was coming out like crazy.
My soul leaves my body every time he talks about how much he loves these episodes.
So yeah, it was fun. I was really actually impressed with how well some of them sang. You could tell Willow and Dawn not so much. Spike, he was pretty good.
His song was my favorite.
He has done Broadway before.
It was my favorite song. But the girl that I was really impressed with was Willow's girlfriend, Tara.
Yeah.
And I was actually impressed with Sarah Michelle Gellar too.
Yeah.
She's not the greatest singer, but she made it work, and I was impressed.
She did not want to do this episode, and they've come out and said afterwards, like, she was emotionally and physically exhausted after they finished filming this because she trained so hard. Yeah. She wanted to have somebody else do her songs for her, and then she was like, okay, I know I'm going to do it myself. And she trained with like a vocal coach, and like this album was actually released. It's like a full album.
Are you kidding me?
That like charted. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the people in our watch party last night, they actually looked up on Wikipedia and they said everybody in this show did their own vocals and dancing and everything. Like, it's all of them. So, I mean, that's impressive in and of itself.
Yeah.
To go from like, hey, you've got this awesome job on this TV show and you're like killing vampires. Also, you need to sing. I would be freaking out too. I could totally understand.
Singing in public's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to be a choir nerd. I was one of those jock dudes who was in choir, like in Glee. For real, that was me. It was weird. I can never do a solo. I could never like get out in front of everybody of the group and in front of an audience and sing a solo song. I just couldn't do it because I was terrified.
It's nerve-wracking.
Just like it's taking me 3 years to be able to learn to talk into a microphone kind of thing.
Doing well.
I enjoyed it. It was fun watching them get out of their comfort zones, because you could tell that they were very much out of their comfort zones in some cases on this show.
The best part about this episode was getting the mustard out of the shirt.
I think that's one of the writers on the show too, but I don't know who it is.
The guy with the beard, the ginger guy.
Yeah, there's a scene where they're like, "Are we the only ones who are afflicted by this singing curse?" And then they go outside, and there's like a whole group of people talking about how the dry cleaner was able to get mustard out of their shirt, and it's like this big musical number, and they're like, "No, it's everyone."
You know, it's funny because I kind of roll my eyes like when everybody says, "Oh, it's going to be a musical number," and I just kind of like, "Oh, musicals." But I don't think I actually feel that way, because I love like the movie Chicago with. I love that movie.
I feel the exact same way as you. I don't like musicals. I don't go out to musicals, but I have seen some musicals that I'm like, that is brilliant.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Chicago is one, Jersey Boys is another.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this episode. It's not my favorite episode of Buffy, but it's done so well that it's not eye-rolly. It's like, if you're paying attention to what they're singing their secrets. And it's important to the storyline of the arc of the story where the show's going.
I was just gonna say it's was crazy to me how many big story arcs were like brought to fruition in this show, because you got Willow going dark, right? You got Spike professing his love for Buffy. You got Buffy with the big one at the end saying, hey fuckers, you dragged me out of heaven. I hate you all, basically.
And
you know?
leading up to that, she's just singing about how dead inside she feels. And all she wants is just to feel something. Because ever since she came back from heaven, she can't feel anything.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and poor Willow, you know, she was like, oh my God, what did I do? You know what? Then it made her go darker.
Yeah.
It was
good,
weird.
Poor Willow, because she's the one who fucking did it.
Yeah.
So, Kadish, last week you were not too impressed with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. What did you think about this episode?
I mean, again, it's not a favorite of mine. I think Jude specifically chose all the Buffy episodes that I didn't want to watch.
I'm learning so much about you this month, and I don't know if we can move forward in our relationship.
I mean, like my favorite Buffy arc is the one where, you know, basically her and Angel are at odds, and she has to, like, you know, basically her lover becomes her mortal enemy. And that's always been my favorite kind of arc in the series. I think it was like season 3. I
feel like that's where we're going.
It could be. You've already tried to kill me multiple times.
Let it go.
Are you a vampire?
No, I'm not a vampire.
Okay.
But so like, I feel like there were like a lot of like more interesting Buffy episodes that we could have done, but you know, it's not my month to choose. So like,
you're damn right.
He just does that on my month.
Oh my God.
Okay, also let it go.
Yeah. So like overall, like, you know, other than maybe like the pilot, like I wasn't really too into all 3 of the episodes that we watched. Other than that, so I mean, these episodes are fine. You know, whenever Joss Whedon kind of steps into the show and takes over, like, you know, his episodes are kind of standout-ish. But I just feel like for me personally, like I would have liked to have seen like episodes that were like a little bit more, I don't know, dramatic or something like that.
Okay.
Cool. What was your favorite song?
I like the one where they were singing like about the fire towards the end when they're going to confront.
The ensemble.
I touch the fire and it freezes me.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. All right, guys, that's it for our public discourse on this episode. Buffy fans, if you love this show as much as Jude does, we have a special t-shirt just for you. Go to saltynerdstore.com. It is an exclusive Buffy the Vampire t-shirt that is only available for this month while we're reviewing Buffy. So head over there and check it out. It's a great t-shirt. It says "Bite Me." It's got a picture of Buffy on it. It's a really cool special shirt that we made just for Jude. And we're really excited to present it to you guys. But grab onto it as soon as you can, because it's not going to be there forever. So head over to saltynerdstore.com.
If you made it just for me, are you giving me one, or do I have to buy my own shirt?
Does she not already have a shirt, Kadish? How dare you?
She has plenty of Buffy shirts, just not this one.
saltynerdstore.com. Jude is going to go buy the first one right now.
With his credit card.
All right, V, tell the people where can they find you.
You can find me at MattVader74 on all the social media stuff.
Cool.
Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I'm in the queue for that new the new one.
What's the new one? You know, I don't want to know.
No, you don't.
People know what I'm talking about. Also, I think Getter and some other stupid shit.
Okay.
So yeah.
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah, you're real available. I think I'm on that. It's probably
Yeah,
definitely message me. I'll respond.
He's the worst.
I'm out there.
Jude, where can they find you at? As she sips her cocktail.
In every generation. You can find me at I am Jude Juju on Instagram and on TikTok. And you can find us at the Salty Nerd Podcast on Facebook. You can check out my webpage, thevoiceofjude.com, and you can join the Patreon, saltynerdclub.com, and do trivia with us. We're going to do a Buffy trivia on March 9th.
Ooh, cool. That sounded super insincere, but it was not. That's really cool.
It felt sincere to me.
Okay, good. Kadish, where can they find you?
Maybe when your heart is full of joy, it comes off as insincere to you.
Maybe.
Well, you can find me at Matthew Kadish, Kadish on Twitter. KadishBooks.com takes you to my Amazon page. And be sure to go to saltynerd.com/rate and give us a 5-star rating so that we can hit the obligatory 200 5-star ratings in order to get accredited by Rotten Tomatoes as actual movie reviewers. Don't be like my wonderful mother who accidentally gave us a 1-star rating because she doesn't know how to work technology.
How does this work?
I love her.
1 star.
She thought you had to tap each star individually. And so like she hit the
She's
first
so
star
cute.
and Apple's like, that's it. That's all you get.
Right on. All right, guys, if you want to catch me, go to our Discord app, saltynerddiscord.com. We do watch parties every Monday night about the classic sci-fi show that we're doing for the month. So head over there. We'd love to see you in the chat room, and it's a great community, so it's a cool place to hang out. And you also get...
And Alex, what show are we doing after Buffy?
So for March, we're doing the classic sci-fi show, Eureka. It's one of my favorite sci-fi shows. I love it. I just binged the entire first season and handpicked 4 episodes for the month that I think you guys will really enjoy. And if you want to be a part of that, go to Salty Nerd Club, join the club membership. You get access to 4 exclusive podcasts every single month. And we're doing classic sci-fi stuff. So we're really excited to present that to you guys. And we'll see you next time. Everybody, thank you guys. For what?
I have a question.
Yes.
Have we all seen Eureka before?
Years ago.
Kadish, have you seen it before?
Oh, yeah. I watched the entire season, or entire series, I should say.
Okay, but like we haven't watched it for years, right?
Oh, no, it'll be like a first watch again.
Okay, I'm excited for it. I saw it once, like when it first came out, and I'm so excited that you picked it. I'm
Awesome.
really excited to go revisit it.
I don't think enough people talk about it.
I am probably going to watch the whole season.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, Salty Nerd Club. Join the club. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Patrons, follow us. Stay salty, everybody else.